Welcome. This is the Hot Coffee Investor with a long overdue update video. It is currently May 20th, 2025. It's been a while since I've made a video. Just been focusing on, family matters and building the account up. Currently, the account's sitting at $10,169.88. Much higher than where it went after the hurricane and what that ended up causing to the portfolio. So from $600, basically, I think it was like $680 or something like that. I don't remember the exact number. We were at $10,169. So we are pushing forward. It's been slow. There hasn't been much trading. It's mostly just been adding in dividends. There's been a couple trades, counts, I think over 1,000 positive in, trades. But overall, it's mostly been just dividends and growth, overall. Because I'm taking a more measured approach with the way the market's been going. Market's very unpredictable right now, so not really trading much. A lot of people get excited about that. I like being able to predict what I think is going to happen. And, right now, I just don't feel that. If anything, I think we're going to eventually go lower, which I'm okay with. That's pretty much it for the market. I can say the positions I currently have in the portfolio. Well, let's start with the trades that I made so far this year. We did trade AMD. We did make money on that. Nothing's been to the short end. We traded Bank of America, Caterpillar, Cummins, Ford. Let me look. Coca-Cola, Oracle, Packard, TLT, and U.S. Steel this year. Made money on all that. The biggest trade was actually U.S. Steel. When it had that massive first dip, I ended up buying it and riding it out for about a month, and it did all right on that. I think I made like 18%, something like that on that trade. It's all been stocks. I haven't traded any options this year. I've been selling options, but most of the options that I was selling were Ford options when I was holding Ford during that period of time, because it was yielding really well. And I've just been doing that, it's been all right. The current positions in the account are ticker symbols are DIA, JPQ, JFLI, which is a new one that I've been watching. The yield on that's pretty decent, but it's very low volume, so I'm not really certain as to how versatile it will be in the portfolio, but it's just kind of a trial thing. JPIE, which is I think mostly a corporate bond fund. Someone's got squeaky brakes, of course, right now, right? Realty Income has been doing me a solid, and SPY, very conservative. I'd say JPQ is the most aggressive position I have. Currently holding 113 shares of that, a little over 113 shares actually. That's mostly just for the yield. We are positive on it. I've been buying it this whole time from the top all the way down to where it was. Well, not to the top, like 52, I think 05 was the high that I bought, which was months ago. Well, let's see when I bought it actually. Where did I buy it at? What was my high bought at? It was bought March 11th. That was where the high was for that. And we're currently positive on it. 1.3% overall, plus all the dividends we've been accumulating this whole time. And I think it's paid out about $240 in dividends or more overall. I've been adding to it steadily, but I'm mostly focusing right now on SPY, Realty Income, and DIA. As far as the truck goes, since it's just basically an update video. Truck's doing great. I haven't really had any problems with it. It's been very reliable. For those who don't know, it's a F-150 Raptor, Gen 2, first year. It was not as reliable as I originally thought it was, but I fixed the suspension issues and such that it had, and everything else has been great on it. I haven't had a single issue. Been averaging about 14.8 miles per gallon. Not great, but not bad. For how comfortable it is and how heavy it is, I'm perfectly happy with it. And my son loves it. So, what boy doesn't like a truck that can jump, right? But other than that, I haven't added any vehicles. I haven't added any new investments other than the portfolio, and that's really it. And just rebuilding from that hurricane damage, because that was brutal. Not having access to phones, internet, power, nothing. Even though there was it wasn't really that bad. It never really hit us, and that's what caused the damage to the portfolio. I just wasn't expecting. I was like, oh well, if I don't have phone, internet and power, I'll still have phone service. Nope. They completely switched where I was getting my signal from, and I had no signal. It said I had 5G, but I had nothing. Nothing at all. So by the time I was able to finally call in, I was very right in the trade the whole time until I finally had phone service. And by that time, the damage had been done. So that's what happened with the portfolio. I was very right. I was very right in the moment. I was very right a day after that. I was very right a day after that. And then it dropped massively. And you know what? I didn't know where it was going. It is what it is, and I'm okay with it. So, and currently we're pushing back up, and we're going to start trading again soon. I don't know if I'm going to do live streams yet again. I know there were some people that were joining daily. If I do end up doing this again, hopefully y'all come back. Hopefully y'all are doing great. Let me know if you're still doing well. I hope so. The market has been very volatile. It hasn't been very predictable in my opinion. So hopefully y'all are doing great. I know some of you were keeping the Discord alive for quite a while there when I wasn't very active, but I just had other things I had to do. And I apologize for that. But we will be starting to do videos again soon. I'm still rebuilding it. I'd like to get to about 20,000 in the portfolio before we start swinging around again. And then push forward again. So we're halfway there. It's been a slow slog, but it's fine. Once again, this is the Hot Coffee Investor. Good trading, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.